Hi folks, welcome to History 329, U.S. Women's History since 1865. I'm Hannah Dudley Shotwell, and I just want to give you a quick overview for the um, expectations and kind of a little outline of what you can find on Canvas for the course here. I'm in the student view now, so this is generally what should appear on your screen as soon as the course opens up, which it won't do until just a little before the actual date that the course begins on June 16th. So the first thing that you'll see when you log in is this list of modules here. The course is arranged in modules, and this will be on your home page. So the first week, you'll have a couple of things due here right off the bat on Friday. They shouldn't take a terribly long time. One is a syllabus quiz, and then another is a video where you're going to introduce yourself to me and to the class. Make sure that you have access to a device that has a webcam. You should be able to pretty easily do this with most laptops or tablets or cell phones. You'll need those throughout the semester anyway, so make sure you're ready to go with those for the first couple of days of class, and then you'll pick your groups which you'll be in for the rest of the semester. So none of that will take a terribly long time, but you do need to do those things right off the bat, right after the course opens. After that, I'm going to scroll down to the next couple of weeks here, also arranged in modules. You'll notice that in order to get to one module, you need to complete what's listed in the module before it. You also need to work through the items in the module in sequential order. So for example, this is kind of how a typical week would go. During week 2, you would outline the chapter that I assign. There's a very particular way that I'll have you outline that, and I will put the instructions for how to do it under Pages in Canvas, and then they'll also be linked under the assignment itself. So don't worry about that right away. It'll be very clear when the time comes. Those are typically due on Monday. This first week 2 here, I have it due on Tuesday since you had quite a lot to do during the week before it. So typically due Monday night at midnight. Most assignments are due at midnight. And then once you have completed that, this will pop up as instead of black, it'll be gray, and that means you can click on that item and start working on your primary source analysis. That will be a primary source that's really short that will correlate with what you read in the chapter before, or the chapter that goes along with it. And you'll do various things with that, just analyzing it in several different ways, which will also be very clearly outlined for you if you click this link, and then also the instructions will be under Pages. Finally, for the week, you will need to watch a video that corresponds with the items in that chapter. It also usually relates to your primary source. You'll need to then discuss that video with your group mates who you chose back in week 1. I recommend that you watch the video well in advance of when it's due, because then your discussion with your group has to be submitted usually by Friday at midnight. That's the general outline of how most weeks will go, with one exception. In week 2, I kind of start you out easy with just one chapter to read, and following that in weeks 3, 4, and 5, you'll have 2 chapters and an outline to do, but you'll still only have one primary source analysis and one video to watch, or the equivalent of one video. Sometimes I give you, they're usually about an hour, but sometimes I give you like 3 20-minute ones instead, but typically about the same length every single week. So that's the general idea until you get to week 5. Week 6 is very different. You'll have the whole week to complete your final project. More on that to come, and I'll probably do a video tutorial of how to complete your final project as well. So that's how the modules work. The other page that I want to direct you to just for now, which you should be able to see right after the course opens up, so sometime just prior to June 16th, here's your syllabus. I will update this periodically. If I make any changes to the syllabus, I'll make them directly on this page, and I'll usually send an announcement to tell you that you need to look at the syllabus for any kind of changes. I'll usually put them in a different color so you can see them. The main thing I want to draw your attention to just right now is the textbook, which you will need to complete all of your assignments. You won't be able to do anything in the course beyond week 1 if you don't have that textbook, so I suggest you go ahead and get it right away. Here's the title of it and the authors. Be sure that you get volume 2 and not 1. The reason why is volume 1 is sort of the first half of this course, so it's pre-1865. Make sure you get edition 3. There is a 4th edition now. It's much more expensive and the pages won't align. If you got editions 1 or 2, the pages also wouldn't align. So make sure you get this particular edition. Otherwise, you will be terribly confused. If you get it from the bookstore, they'll have the right one. But if you're going to order it from Amazon or something, then just be careful. That should be all that you need to know about the syllabus right this minute. Other things I will send out to you as we get a little closer to when the course starts, but please do send me any questions. It's best to send me a question by email, which is listed here. I'll check that much more frequently than I will check the Canvas inbox feature. So shoot me an email if you have any questions prior to when the course begins, and I'm looking forward to working with all of you.